When a child is born, he or she symbolizes human nature in its purest form. A few years later, the child develops an identity, a personality, and an ego. As they grow into teenagers, they stop thinking of themselves as children and more as young adults. This time is when teenagers begin to feel insecure about a great many things. They're bombarded with tremendous amounts of peer pressure. They wrestle with body issues, sexual behavior, self-doubt, and self-esteem. Some will develop eating disorders. Society pressures teens to look thin and attractive. Powerful messages from television, films, magazines, and popular music only add to the confusion. Now, most teenagers won't come to their parents for advice because they see them as authority figures who treat them like they were still children. And in their minds, our teens are totally convinced that parents just don't get it. Maybe you drove your own parents a bit crazy when you were young. Did your mom, during a moment of anger, ever say, "I only hope that one day you'll have kids that do to you what you're doing to me"? May have seemed funny then, but now that you're the parent, it's no laughing matter. So, how do you break the cycle? What is the solution? Give your teenager a book called Taking Charge of My Life. It has the real answers for which he or she is looking. This is not another boring book for your teenager to be forced to read. Taking Charge of My Life recognizes where young people are coming from. They don't want to hear any more authority figures preaching about what they should or shouldn't do. Trust me, they've had their fill. Taking Charge of My Life is easy to read and full of illustrations that will hold their interest. This book is different from anything they've read before. Taking Charge of My Life demonstrates with a little bit of text and interesting humorous cartoons how and why teenagers operate the way they do. Your teenager will see and understand that their life choices have consequences. Some choices they make have desirable consequences, while other ones don't work very well. Taking Charge of My Life is not filled with a bunch of useless theoretical stuff or well-meaning motivational junk that just doesn't work in the real world. It's not stuffed with a bunch of filler designed to thicken the book. Taking Charge of My Life is lean and to the point. It's about 185 pages of solid, cutting-edge, useful truth. Check it out for yourself. Moms and dads should read this book as well to get better insight on the challenges their own teens are facing in everyday life. It's practical, to the point, and easy to understand. Many parents of teenagers are desperate to make a difference. Some are plagued by fear of losing their teenager, and they are frantically looking for a breakthrough. Taking Charge of My Life has the answers. It contains information that is the solution to your teen problems. There's no reason for you and your teenager to suffer any longer. Call now.